This movie sucked. Oh my gosh, this had to be a very disappointed Star Wars movie I have ever seen in my entire life. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this movie was terrible compared to the rest of the Star Wars movies. This movie, like, it felt too fan-made-ish, and it felt like a copy and pasted movie out of 4, 5, and 6, to be honest with you guys. This movie, like, Han Solo represents Obi-Wan Kenobi, like how Rey represents Luke Skywalker, and this movie is just terrible. The storyline kinda, I mean, like, they made all of the original characters look ancient as hell. Like, this is a far sequel. This is like 40 years later. When, the only character that was pretty interesting was the grandson of Anakin Skywalker. What's his name? Ren. Whatever his name is. I just call him Darth Vader wannabe. Okay, so Darth Vader wannabe was just like, he had like a pretty dope lightsaber, but it ain't as cool as Darth Maul, because Darth Maul had like the double blades, and this movie just completely like sucked. Like, compared to episode, if you watch episode 2 and 3, those were by far my favorite Star Wars movies of all time, because 2 and 3, they Attack of the Clones, Return of the Sith or something like that, Revenge of the Sith, where is it? Yeah, whatever. But those two movies were a lot, like, they completely shit on this movie. Like, the the pacing kind of like how 4, 5, and 6, the fighting pacing was slow when they, when they duel with lightsabers. Their fighting styles, they just weren't as good as the originals, 1, 2, and 3. Like, they even slowed down the pacing for episode 7. The way they fight was just slow, but, like, their fighting styles, like, if you had to put the characters from episode 1, 2, and 3 go up against the episode 4, 5, and 6, and 7, the 1, 2, and 3 characters would completely shit on 4, 5, and 6, and 7. Let me tell you that. And the Stormtrooper, like, how the hell can an ex-Stormtrooper take down a Jedi? Like, he wouldn't even survive. Like, even the chick who just unlocked the Force, it doesn't make sense how, like, oh, you're new with the Force, you would have an advantage over someone who's been training for years with it. Like, that guy, the grandson of Anakin Skywalker, aka Han Solo's son, Darth Vader wannabe, was a lot more trained than those two characters put together. Like, I kind of knew Han Solo was going to get killed. It was all set up that way in the movies. But I didn't know he was going to get killed, well, I never predicted it, that he was going to get killed, but it kind of, it foreshadowed it. And so, like, these characters that they brought in, just like, oh my gosh, they might as well make a Star Wars The Clone Wars movie, because I really want to see Cad Bane in it. And that guy, Cad Bane, is my favorite bounty hunter. Like, he shits on Boba Fett, okay? Like, all those Boba Fett fans out there, they're just like, you can go suck a dick. But compared to Cad Bane, this guy's got a freaking... This guy, Cad Bane, is like... Now, where are the Jedis? His voice acting is sick, too. Like, they seriously, like, if they had made a live action film from Star Wars: The Clone Wars, I'd watch it. I'd rather watch that than, in fact, I'm probably gonna get into Star Wars: The Clone Wars series probably now, right? I'm probably gonna drop Yu-Gi-Oh to watch that. And so, yeah, this movie, episode 7, The Force Awakens, the ending sucked too. Like, all it is, the girl walks up to Luke, and be like, here's your lightsaber. These nuts! Ha! Got him! Like, seriously, like, this movie was very disappointing. Oh, you had the Death Star wannabe. Supposed to have more striking stuff like that. No Yoda! Hey, Starkiller's name was mentioned, and if you guys don't know who Starkiller is, he's from The Force Unleashed. If you haven't played Star Wars Force Unleashed, go ahead and play it, because Starkiller is a badass, and they need to bring, like, at least make a Star Wars Force Unleashed movie, and I definitely would watch that over this movie. Episode 4, 5, and 6 also sucked in my opinion. Episode 1, 2, and 3 were amazing. The prequels were a lot better than the sequels. And they need to make an episode 0, or just make a Star Wars The Clone Wars live action film in general, because there's so many characters that are brought into the series. Like, they even brought back Darth Maul. Anakin Skywalker goes, you know, it's Anakin's prime before he went Darth. And, like, if Anakin Skywalker and Luke Skywalker went at it, both in their primes, Anakin Skywalker would kick Luke's ass, guys. I'm dead serious. Like, Anakin Skywalker, when he fought Obi-Wan, he was technically in his prime at that time. And Luke Skywalker, like, when Luke fought Darth Vader wasn't even in his prime. When Anakin fought Obi-Wan, that's when he was in his prime. And Anakin Skywalker and Darth Vader are the same people, in fact. If you haven't watched Episode 3, go watch it. If you're, like, for those people who think this Star Wars movie is better than the rest, rewatch the rest then. You gotta rewatch Episode 1, 2, and 3, because those clones, the clones in those movies were just badass. Like, I prefer, in my opinion, I prefer clone troopers over stormtroopers any day. They were just well more trained. They were just, like, better set for war than the stormtroopers, in my opinion. And Commander Rex and Cody were in there. If you watch Star Wars The Clone Wars, they're definitely in there. The storyline's a lot better in Star Wars The Clone Wars than it is, to be honest with you guys, than it is in all the Star Wars movies that I've seen. Yoda's in there. Yoda's a badass. He's like, there's no Yoda. They don't even have Jar Jar Binks in Episode 7. They don't have, like, okay, so they had Luke Skywalker. Okay, yeah, but that was at the end. Like, Luke, I mean, like, Luke should be the one, like, you know, he should be the one, like, getting all the bitches, but instead he went off to a random island, well, random planet I meant, not island, but it looked like an island. He went off to a random planet, on an island, just stand there to a corner and be like, oh, yeah, I'm waiting for someone to give me the Force. I'm waiting, send me the Force, I have all the power. Yeah, he went off to a planet to go jack off. That's what he went to do. And this just, I'm giving this movie, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this is not the best movie of the year. I give this a 4 out of 10. I mean, even for a Star Wars movie, this is pretty bad. The Hobbit was a better movie to watch than this, in my opinion. Like, the new Hobbit movie that I saw. But let me know what you guys think. If you guys disagree with my video, go ahead and leave me a dislike. If you guys agree with my video, go ahead and leave me a like. But let me tell you guys, before you dislike this video, that this movie felt too fan-made-ish. It didn't felt like it was made by the original Lucasfilms. It just has nothing to do, it just, yeah, the characters were slow as hell. They couldn't jump high like Episode 1, 2, and 3, because Obi-Wan Kenobi was jumping like hell. He was like, the guy was jumping like 50 feet up in the air. So was Yoda, and so was, like, they're fast fighting. Like, they go from this and the lightsabers to this. Like, they're having a hard time trying to carry a lightsaber. Seriously. I guess they had more force. They had more force back then than they do now. But let me know what you guys think. Drop me a like if you haven't subscribed. This is JJ, and have a great day.